Hello, God bless. We got cut off on the last class, which I prolonged just a little bit. So I just want to give the final two names on the names of God, okay? It's the last two pointers of the compounds of Yahweh. And the last two would be Yahweh Shammah, which is spelled Shammah, and Yahweh, you all know, is Yahweh. This means the Lord is there, okay? And this portrays the Lord's personal presence in the millennial kingdom, okay? This Hebrew clause of Yahweh, Shammah, may be a wordplay on Jerusalem, just kind of pronouncing it as phonetically as they spell it, the Hebrew pronunciation of Jerusalem. This is found in Ezekiel 48:35, and basically this is the New Jerusalem that's going to be. This is the millennial times. This is the end time information. This is knowing that God is going to be there, knowing that he still is there, that he's here now, that he was there yesterday, today, and evermore. He is the God of the millennial. And it's read in the prophetic books of Ezekiel, and you can just read on a little bit before and after this verse so that you can just get a little bit more information on that. But Yahweh Elohim Israel means the Lord, the God of Israel. So Yahweh Elohim Israel. And it identifies Yahweh as the God of Israel in the contrast to the false gods of the nations. Now, we all know that in Bible history, how many times there were so many idols and false gods, and even the people of Israel on many occasions fell into worshiping these different gods from the different neighboring nations. They would allow the meshing to happen, and then there would be idolatry in the people of God in Israel, and then calamity and just a lot of situations would happen to the people of God. A lot of times they were caught and they were held captives for 40 years at a time. I mean, the longest time was with Egypt, which was over 400 years, but it was something that continued to happen. And all of these consequences and all of these calamities would happen was when the people of Israel worshipped and sought other gods, knowing that they didn't have to because they served the one and only true God, the Lord of Lords, King of Kings, God above all the other gods. They served the one and only, and they had the one and only, yet they still chose to allow themselves to get involved with the worship onto other gods of different nations. And so Yahweh Elohim Israel is the Lord, the God of Israel. So it's putting a claim on him being the God of Israel, just the same way that the other nations had the names of their own gods. Everyone knew, especially during those times, and even now in present times, that the God of Israel is Yahweh. Okay, and so that's basically what that means. You can read that in Psalms 68, 7-8, and 1 Samuel 1, 15-16. He always shows himself and declares to be the God of Israel. And for all of you who were not born in Israel and who are not of that heritage, don't be dismayed, because you are the spiritual Israel who were engrafted. We were redeemed, and it's a beautiful thing, because now that same grace, favor, and love is for us all. Although we might not be Jewish, and although we might not have been born in Israel, he still sees us as his people, as his bride, as his loved one, and he will do for us just as he did with those from antiquity. So I encourage you every day more and more, draw closer to him in all of his many different names. This is the end of the Seminary of the Names of God. Get to know them more each day, just the same way that you associate, or the way you declare beautiful little words that associate kindness and lovingness to your loved ones, whether it be your children, friends, your husband, your wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. Many times you don't call them just by the name that they were born by, but you call them sweet little different nicknames that demonstrate or bring forward an event in your history, as in a relationship or in your time sharing together, and you've developed these sweet little nicknames that you call them, right? That's just the same way that although he is Yahweh, he is the same God. All of these different names, what they do is just show his loving kindness and his support and his mercy for his people. Every single name just depicts something in his character, something that manifested within him towards us. It's always been for us. And that's the beauty of it, that he loves us so much, his creation, that his manifestations are just so endless, so limitless. They just keep going on and on and on. So just get to know all his names and just call out to him in those beautiful names, just to kind of show him that you're getting to know him at an even higher level, at an even more detailed level, and that you want to get to know him even more through prayer, through worship, through relationship, through fasting. These are all the different ways that we start getting to know our God each day even more. And you're going to see that the more you seek him and the more you call on his name, he's going to make himself even more manifested, because he's already here. He's already in your life, and he's just waiting for you to call on him so that he can show his loving kindness to you as he did to those in the past. So God bless you, and I hope you've enjoyed this time, these lessons with the names of God. And until next time, when we start our next subject matter, God bless, Pastor Elizabeth.